This week on Channel 8 News, we get a behind-the-scenes look at the annual blood drive. We see a preview of the American Piano Festival, and we send a reporter to some film auditions. Channel 8 News starts right now. Good evening and welcome into Channel 8 News. I'm Rachel DeYoung. Channel 8's Tyler Jones went behind the scenes of the annual blood drive. Let's take a look.
Last week, Northwest put on a campus blood drive to collect for those in need at local hospitals. We talked to some of the staff to learn more about the event.
I'm Mike Capps. I'm a collection supervisor with the Community Blood Center of Greater Kansas City. If you have time to come in on Tuesday or Wednesday, that would be the day to do it. Thursday is traditionally a very busy day for us. However, if you show up, we'll get you taken care of.
We then went on to speak with other staff members about why they chose this career path.
My name's Danny. I've been with CBC for about a little over 3 years now. I know it's kind of cheesy, but doing this kind of is like a fulfilling kind of thing for people. Our donors, they donate hoping that to save lives. With a bag of blood, you save about 2 lives. We love seeing everyone come out and, do their part to help people save lives every day.
Reporting for Channel 8 News from the Tower View Room in the Student Union, this has been Tyler Jones. Stay tuned for more of the latest on campus.
Thanks, Tyler. Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia has died. A government official says he passed away in his sleep Friday night during a hunting trip in Texas. The 79-year-old was a leading conservative voice on the High Court. But as Joe Johnson from our CNN affiliate reports, Scalia was also known for the things he did off the bench.
I, Antonin Scalia, do solemnly swear.
The first Italian-American to sit on the nation's highest court, Justice Antonin Scalia was a conservative in thought, but not in personality. Antonin Gregory Scalia was raised in the Elmhurst neighborhood of New York City, the only child of a Sicilian-born college professor and a schoolteacher mother. They instilled in the precocious child a love of words and debate.
I was something of a greasy grind, I have to say. I studied real hard.
He was a top student at public and private Catholic schools in the city. Scalia's interest in law began in college, and so too an interest in Maureen McCarthy, with whom he later married and had 9 children. His exuberant embrace of conservatism attracted the attention of Republicans, and President Reagan ultimately named the 50-year-old federal judge to the High Court in 1986. There, he developed a reputation as a reliable conservative, and his own style helped liven the public face of the High Court.
Some of the other justices, including the justices who were already on the court and had been on the court for a while, were kind of, well, if the new guy gets to ask all these questions, I'm gonna sort of step up and ask some questions too.
On abortion, the death penalty, affirmative action, homosexual rights, Scalia clashed early and often with more moderate or left-leaning benchmates.
If he was trying to get anybody to sign an opinion, it was harder when he would use more combative language. But, as much as they would say, I'd like to strangle Nino, he was still theirs in many ways.
And those dissents helped him hone a creative, some said often cruel, streak in his writings, becoming a master stylist. He once referred to the Junior Varsity Congress. He quoted Cole Porter, Shakespeare, and Sesame Street songs. Off the bench came admiration from young conservatives who wrote books and created websites in tribute, but controversy too. A hunting trip with Vice President Cheney at the same time the court was considering a lawsuit against the number 2 over access to privileged documents. A Sicilian gesture some interpreted as obscene and captured by a Boston newspaper. He called it dismissive in nature. Justice Scalia, a man both respected and dismissed, feared and celebrated.
He'll be remembered in many ways, certainly as this larger-than-life figure, larger-than-bench figure, someone who embraced both the law and a life beyond the court.
A judge who combined street smarts with a well-calculated conservative view of the law and its limits on society.
I'm not driven. I enjoy what I'm doing. As soon as I no longer enjoy it, I am out of there.
Joe John, CNN, Washington.
Chief Justice John Roberts said in a statement the High Court is saddened by Scalia's passing. Roberts also said Scalia was an extraordinary man and jurist, and his death is a great loss for the nation. With the death of the Supreme Court justice, it has sparked a fierce political battle in Washington and on the campaign trail. Diane Gallagher from our CNN affiliate joins us now from Washington with the details. Diane?
Flags will fly at half-staff today to honor Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia. The 79-year-old passed away while on a hunting trip in Texas. A procession of U.S. Marshals and Texas state troopers led his body to a funeral home in El Paso. Scalia was a champion for conservatism during his nearly 3 decades as a Supreme Court justice.
We honor his extraordinary service to our nation and remember one of the towering legal figures of our time.
As the flags were lowered, a new political battle arose over who would select the nominee to replace him.
I plan to fulfill my constitutional responsibilities to nominate a successor in due time. There will be plenty of time for me to do so and for the Senate to fulfill its responsibility to give that person a fair hearing and a timely vote.
But Republicans in Congress don't see it that way. They don't believe a president with less than a year left in office should make the pick. They want the next president to make that choice. Many vying for that post agree.
The president can appoint whoever he wants, but Mitch McConnell's already made it clear we're not moving forward on any nominees in the Senate until after the election, and I agree with that.
GOP candidate Jeb Bush, however, has a slightly different take on the issue.
He clearly has the power to do it, but given his choices of Supreme Court justices in the past, the Senate of the United States should not confirm someone who's out of the mainstream.
Thanks, Diane. When we come back, Angela Luna gives us a look at this week's Northwest weather report.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Angela Luna. Let's take a look at this week's forecast. For Monday, we have partly cloudy skies with a high of 48 and a low of 34. For Tuesday, we have cloudy skies with a 20% chance of rain with high winds with a high of 45 and a low of 27. For Wednesday, that starts to warm up our week. We have sunny skies with a high of 52 and a low of 32. For Thursday, we have the high of 66, also sunny skies, and a low of 54 with a 0% chance of rain. For Friday, we have cloudy skies with high winds with a high of 64 and a low of 37. Saturday, we will have partly cloudy skies with a high of 63 and a low of 39 with a 20% chance of rain. And wrapping it up for the weekend is Sunday with a high of 52 and a low of 30 with a 0% chance of rain with sunny skies. That wraps it up here in the Bearcat Weather Center. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. Thanks for staying with us. James O'Connell took a look at Northwest film auditions. James?
Hello, I'm reporting from the Ron Houston Centre about the mass media and the theatre connection here at Northwest. Both departments are working together to create student-led film projects. I had a chance to talk with Justin Ross, Head of Cinematography and Video Production, about this event.
We just had a general audition, kind of open call audition for all of our student films on campus, which are going to be filming this semester. Films for cinematography class and television production class. We always love working with theater actors, so I was happy to see a good portion of theater majors here this evening to work on, to audition for our films. And yet we also had a good turnout from the general population too, which was really fun to see. I feel like we had at least a couple dozen, maybe almost 30 people come to try out, which is great, and I consider that a great success.
I also talked with a student about her performance.
I actually auditioned for this student work. I did a monologue in front of a panel. It was cool. I wanted to do it just because I wanted to do more of an acting aspect of film. I know I want to shoot film, but I thought I would give acting a try.
Justin Ross also talked about the future of this partnership.
Well, hopefully this partnership between the theater department and the school communication and mass media continues to grow, and we're able to utilize a lot more of their really valuable assets up here, whether it's technologically inclined individuals or performance inclined individuals to kind of complement our creative vision over there and what we want to do, and I think that's kind of a win-win.
Reporting for Channel 8 News, my name is James O'Connell.
Thanks, James. A new owner takes over Simply Siam, and she plans on keeping the restaurant as it is. Rumors are circulating that Simply Siam is shutting down. This began when the owner announced she was leaving the Thai-style establishment. These rumors can finally be put to rest. Former owner of Simply Siam, Knox Schuler, has confirmed her restaurant will remain open, but at the end of the month, Schuler said she will be going back to Thailand to take care of her father. She has left the Asian cuisine to one of her cooks, Zong Chang. Simply Siam will remain open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and delivers anywhere in town. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Channel 8 News. Thanks for staying with us. Channel 8's Katie Peterson stepped into the American Piano Festival this week. Let's take a look.
Music floods the halls of the Fine Arts Building as students prepare for the American Piano Festival. I sat down with Dr. Ernest Kramer, the coordinator for the event, who gave me insight on why this festival is so special.
Well, this is one of our more important festivals because in the past we've concentrated on classical music, and while that's all nice and good, those are foreign, dead composers. This festival is primarily for living American composers, and even in large music schools, many times students don't get to hear and experience that type of music, so our students are very fortunate to be working on the music of living composers.
The festival begins on February 21st, and the student performance is at 3, followed by a guest recital at 7:30 in the Charles Johnson Theater. For Channel 8 News, I'm Katie Peterson.
Thanks, Katie. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. If you'd like up-to-the-minute coverage of stories that matter to you, like us on Facebook at /Watch Channel 8 News, or follow us on Twitter at KNWT8 News. Don't go away, Bearcat Update is up next. From all of us here at Channel 8 News, I'm Rachel DeYoung. Have a great night.